Did you know that by the time you're 12, you've probably spent an entire year of your life online? What is it about this stuff that makes it so hard to stop? We gotta talk about it. I'm Nicole Stamp, and this is Media Stamped. Oh, has anyone ever told you that you're obsessed with social media or addicted to screen time?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
A lot. Yeah, everybody is.
Let's say that every day, the average kid gets about 3 hours of screen time, and you know it's probably more. You could be gaming, watching short videos, and using social media. Some people think that's a lot, but are you actually addicted? Well,
being addicted means that a person does something too much, like shopping, gambling, alcohol, or drugs, to the point where it causes negative effects on their life, but they still find it really difficult to stop.
Oh, so is being addicted to screen time a real addiction? Well, luckily, scientists and doctors don't consider screen time to be chemically addictive in the same way that certain drugs are. But it's still true that a lot of people find themselves using screen time so much that it causes some problems, like with schoolwork or arguments with their family. Is that true for you? Because it might be true for me. So let's test it. We can use questionnaires to help measure the symptoms of addiction, like a quiz. You want to try one? What's the name of the game? How's my screen time? Give yourself 1 point for each yes. Do you spend a lot of time thinking about screen time or planning what you'll do online? Do you find you want to use screen time more and more? Do you use screen time to help you forget about your problems? Do you try to cut down on screen time, but it doesn't work? When you can't have screen time, do you feel restless or upset? Does screen time cause problems with your family, relationships, or schoolwork? Ugh, that might be me. Did you say yes to more than 3 out of 6 questions? I definitely did, which means my screen time use might be causing problems in my life. How about you?
Mom, I got some bad news.
I probably do.
If that's the criteria, our nation might be doomed.
But it's okay. We don't need to feel bad about it. Let's just try to understand it and think about whether we want to change it. Research shows that screen time can be really hard to cut down because screen time can affect our brains.
By increasing the levels of certain brain chemicals that give us really good feelings, we can start to crave those feelings to the point where it becomes really hard to turn off the screens.
These brain chemicals have been a part of us for a long time. One important brain chemical is called dopamine. Dopamine feels good. Our brains produce it like a little mental reward when we find food, learn something new, solve a problem, and even when we make eye contact with someone we like. Another chemical is adrenaline. Our bodies give us a rush of adrenaline when we're excited, or angry, or scared. Adrenaline speeds up our hearts and gives our muscles a burst of energy. It's like a power-up to help our bodies fight back or run away. Today, our brains still have all those same chemicals. We still get those great dopamine feelings when we solve a problem, see something nice, succeed, or make eye contact. Oh. And we still get adrenaline too. But prehistoric people didn't fight bears very often. And when they did, they used up all the adrenaline by fighting or running away. Now we get those same adrenaline rushes way more often from our screens. But now, our muscles don't burn off the adrenaline. We just sit there feeling angry or hurt. And sometimes, when people feel hurt or sad, it would probably help to talk about it. But instead, they lash out. The adrenaline rush from anger can feel powerful or exciting, and then more dopamine to distract you. Did that feel familiar to you?
Yes.
If I'm playing a video game and it's a 1v5 situation, I start to get the adrenaline rush. My heart starts racing, I tense up. It just feels so exciting.
When I get wins in video games.
When I complete a level.
Okay, it's over. We're on to the next one.
Ooh.
Here's one. Oh, that's really cool.
Social media, gaming, and swiping through short videos gives us huge amounts of dopamine, especially the act of scrolling. Every scroll shows us something new, which gives our brains a little burst of dopamine. Look at this puppy. Did you perk up when you saw her? If so, that was your brain getting an even bigger release of dopamine, partly because puppies are cute, but also because this puppy was a surprise. That's called intermittent reward. It's when you get a reward like seeing an extra good video or finding a power-up in a video game, or getting, ooh. The notification sound and red dot lets us anticipate a reward, such as getting 8 likes. And that gives us, oh yeah, double the dopamine. But all these great rewards only happen sometimes or intermittently.
Yeah, because intermittent rewards are the reason why people get hooked on gambling games like slot machines, right? Some people will keep pulling the lever for hours, searching for reward. Gaming and social media, they can have a similar effect on us.
Intermittent rewards really work on me. Like sometimes I'm scrolling and I get this weird thought like, I just need to see what's under there. I'll stop as soon as I find it. It's like I'm a squirrel digging for a nut. I actually made up a name for it. I call it squirreling. Do you ever do that? What?
No.
No, just me with the squirreling for intermittent rewards? Okay, that's fine. So scrolling is a major reason why it's so hard to turn off the screens. But that's cool. We can just use sites that don't use scrolling. Oh, but wait, why did all these companies design their sites using scrolling when scrolling is so hard to stop? Well, let me ask you this. How do social media and video sites make money? I mean, you don't pay to use them, right? So who does? The answer is these platforms make their money from ads. Social media platforms get paid by the companies who make those ads you have to watch before the videos, and the ads in the sidebar, and the top banner, and the bottom footer, and sometimes even the videos themselves are ads. Refreshing. So while you're watching all these fun, free videos, advertisers are paying to sneak in between the fun videos and show you ads. And with every ad you see, the platform makes a little more money. But to make that money, they need you to keep watching. So they make themselves really hard to stop on purpose, because they're selling your attention to companies who will happily pay to show you ads. Skip. Okay, so the platforms give you all these exciting brain feelings to make it super hard to stop scrolling, because the more ads you see, the more money they make. Social media platforms make billions of dollars every year by selling your time.
Kind of scary.
Whoa, what? My mom was right.
Yeah, and it's worth asking, does spending all this time online changing our levels of brain chemicals day after day have an effect on us?
Please don't say yes.
Yes, screen time gives your brains constant bursts of dopamine, which can be 10 times stronger than natural dopamine bursts from real life. Then, when the screens turn off, our brains experience a sudden dopamine drop, which feels really bad. Screen time is yummy. It's kind of like junk food for your brain. And junk food can make you feel like normal food isn't yummy. Like it's boring. Have you ever been doing something fun, but you still feel restless, so you grab your phone instead?
When I'm out with my friends and it's fun for a while, and then it like stops. And then I'm just like, wow, I would rather be on my phone right now.
I used to play a video game for a while, then when I stopped playing it, I was like just sitting on the couch like, oh.
So does this cause lasting impacts?
Unfortunately, yes. When screens turn off, the dopamine drop can make us feel restless, anxious, depressed, and even angry.
Which can make it harder to do well in school, enjoy your hobbies, get along with your family, and maybe even get out of bed.
When I'm scrolling online, and then I realize I have to do my homework, so then I shut off my phone. I feel a lot less motivated to do my work.
So, if you feel like you might be addicted to your phone and it might be impacting you negatively, what are some things you could do to cut down on screen time and level up your life?
Bro, my brother controls my screen time.
Yep, that's me. You have to focus on the most important thing.
I make bracelets with these. Drawing, and especially painting.
If I can't have screen time, I'll just practice myself.
Some new sewing projects, so I was doing something with my hands instead of scrolling.
My phone will turn off at 10. It'll turn back on at 7 in the morning.
I try not to use my phone in the morning as much before school.
Maybe not having my computer or like any screens in my room so that it's easier to go to sleep and I'm not tempted to do it when I wake up.
Yeah.
Good one. Morning screen time seems to make our brains think we need this much excitement all day. So for some people, just starting with a phone-free morning gives them fewer cravings for screen time all day long. Right. Another good one is to set your phone screen to grayscale. I actually did that to help me focus while I researched this episode of Media Stamp, and it was awful, but it worked.
Yes, grayscale works for many people. Humans evolved to find colorful fruits in the forest, which may be why bright colors give us lots of dopamine. So taking away the colors can make it much easier for us to turn off the screens.
Another great tip is to turn off the notifications on your social media and gaming apps. That way, you're the boss. You check your phone when you want to, not just because it called you. Shh. Oh, And research shows that if you can feel your phone in your pocket or see your screen, even if it's turned off, a tiny bit of your brain will always want to focus on it. So when you're not using them, hide your screens. Now, of course, social media and screen time have lots of positives, like
They're fun!
Oh, it's definitely fun.
We were using an app to learn how to speak Spanish.
Looking at videos online on how to do jingle dress footwork, which can often be really complex, so it really helped me with that.
I love to text my grandma.
My grandma too.
When I grow up, I want to be a programmer, so I learned how to code.
My drum teacher and I look up songs to play along to.
I've used it because I want to show people you can do anything.
on social media, people have raised awareness about important issues, encouraged governments to create new laws, and raised money to help people all over the world. So, screen time is awesome. We just need to be the ones who control how much we use it. And guess what? This is big. Research suggests
that if you downshift your social media and gaming time from 3 hours a day to 1 hour a day, your self-esteem, your sleep, and your ability to focus can improve really fast, as quickly as 21 days.
21 days? I mean, I bet the first few days feel like you're gonna melt from the boredom, but if you can tough it out for just 3 weeks, you're gonna feel better and be able to concentrate more? That is huge! Okay, so is cutting down worth a try?
Kinda makes me want to cut down. Kinda.
Made me want to cut back.
I do find that social media affects my self-esteem, so I might try to cut down on it. But I also love it, so we'll see.
However you feel, remember these takeaways. Screen time increases your brain's dopamine levels and gives you strong feelings like pleasure or excitement. And chasing those feelings can keep us glued to our screens, even to the point of causing problems with schoolwork or relationships. When the screens turn off, the dopamine drop makes many people feel restless, anxious, and unmotivated. But you can reverse it. Cutting down your daily screen time from 3 hours to 1 hour might feel bad at first, but research shows it can improve our self-esteem, sleep, and make us feel less distracted and happier in just 3 weeks. And finally, 7 level ups if you want to take control of your screen time. Make a game of avoiding screens. No screens in the bedroom. Try screen-free mornings. Set your phone screen to grayscale. Hide your phone out of sight. Bye! Plan screen-free hangouts. Go long! And you don't even have to use your screens less, just use them better. Instead of scrolling alone, use screen time to connect with people, or practice hobbies and learn new skills. Work. We'll work on it. And above all, turn off notifications on your social media and gaming apps so you control when you use your screen. You can level up your life by taking control of your screen time. That's the takeaway. I'm Nicole Stamp, and this is Media Stamped. Bye!